Citation is not supposed to be stable. My name is Angela, and well, I know you guys are thinking. If you missed yesterday, well, first off, let me just say, if you missed yesterday's video, the reason I'm uploading on a Monday, in case you missed yesterday's video, I'm uploading 27 videos in a row. One video a day for 27 days. Okay? But, so if you missed yesterday's video, where I tried Peeps Oreos, go back and watch that before you watch this video. Alright? So pause this video, watch yesterday's video, and by the way, it's not an April Fool's Day video, it's an Easter video, and you probably click now. Okay, so today's video, well, for April 2nd, day 2 of my 27-day apology, today, well, is National Autism Awareness Day. And for those who have subscribed to my channel for long enough, you probably mentioned I probably mentioned at some point I have Asperger's syndrome. It is mild autism. Now, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. The good, the bad, and the downright weird. But there are some YouTubers like, well, I don't want to point names at anything, but in today's generation, it's kind of hard to be like, it's kind of hard sometimes to watch their YouTube videos because, well, they take being autistic as being an insult. That kind of ticks me off, like you wouldn't believe. Now, but for those who don't know what autism is, it's kind of a learning disability, I guess. I don't really know, I should have looked into that before I recorded. Oh well. Well, basically, there are a bunch, and I mean a bunch of celebrities with autism. And there are some people, and for today's video, it's going to be 5 inspirational people on the autism spectrum. At least in my opinion. Now, keep in mind, this is my personal opinion, so don't be nasty, please. I don't need nasty comments. Anyway, so basically, these 5 people range from people who are real, people who are fictional, and well, there's at least one personal. There's one who's like a personal connection with, even though I never met them. Anyway, let's get on it. Let's go on to this list. At number 1, we have a game developer, Satoshi Tajiri. And if you're a fan of a certain Pocket Monster craze, like I am, you probably know. Bulbasaur just almost knocked over my tripod. My bad. Anyway, you probably know Satoshi Tajiri, being the creator of Pokemon. Growing up, in today's standards, he would be diagnosed with autism. Right? I think he has the official diagnosis. Anyway, so basically, Satoshi Tajiri got the idea of collecting pocket monsters because, well, I've done some research. He got into like this thing of like, he took 2 of his childhood passions and made them into a game. Video games, and bug collecting. Now, that's pretty cool because if you think about it, gotta catch 'em all. I guess that was like, if you think about it, that might have been his slogan for bug collecting. Gotta catch every single bug, and Pokemon's catchphrase, at least for the first 2 generations, they put on the box of the first 2 generations, gotta catch 'em all. So, you gotta admit, that's pretty cool. And he's created a worldwide phenomenon because of his love for bug collecting and video games. That's pretty cool. Now, keep in mind, some people with autism, they can get obsessed with something. Like me, it's video games. Like Satoshi Tajiri. Back when he was a kid, not only would he love video games, he was obsessed with them. Like Michael Thomason, world record holder of video game memorabilia. Obsessed. That crazy. It was pretty interesting. But anyway, moving on to the second person on our list, we have for those who are sci-fi fans, you probably know this name, Dan Aykroyd. for those who don't know, Dan Aykroyd is mostly known for his role in Ghostbusters. Who do you play as? I have no idea. I never saw the movie. I know. Blasphemy! Anyway, so basically, Dan Aykroyd not only... Fun fact, not fin fact. That's for a fish. Fun fact, Dan Aykroyd not only starred in Ghostbusters, he co-wrote it. I'm not even kidding. He wrote the script, well, along with another guy, for Ghostbusters. I find that pretty cool. So basically, it was behind the... Basically, Ghostbusters, one of the best sci-fi films of all time. And also the theme for one of the worst NES games ever. Long story. If you've seen AVG, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Did I film this right? But anyway, getting off track. He basically, if you think about it, Ghostbusters is behind the brilliant mind of Dan Aykroyd, and it's basically an autism production. That's cool to me. I really want to see that movie now. I heard Ghostbusters 2 is on Netflix. It's less spectacular, but still pretty good. Anyway, I think it's like the Gremlins movies. Anywho, so basically, Dan Aykroyd, autistic, amazing. And the third person on our list is Adam Young. For those who don't know who Adam Young is, let me ask you a question. Have you heard of Owl City's Fireflies? And I've seen the music video for it. Pretty cool, huh? Yep, Adam Young is the musical prodigy behind Owl City. And for the hit song, you know, Fireflies. You would not believe your eyes. There's 10 million fireflies. Sorry, that was good. didn't know I had the pipes like that. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off track again. So basically, Adam Young, I'm pretty sure he was diagnosed with autism. I mean, I saw multiple lists of celebrities with autism, and he was on it. But yeah, I found that pretty cool. I didn't know about that until I think I watched Wreck-It Ralph. The first one, not the second one. That's where they just ran out of ideas. Decided to take Ralph to the internet. Sorry, I've seen the trailer for Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph breaks the internet. No comment. No review. I refuse. Anyway, so basically Adam Young wrote the song When Can I See You Again for Wreck-It Ralph. I love it. I love the music video. I love the movie for Wreck-It Ralph. And of course I love the Fireflies music video. It's spectacular. Like, I don't know if we had any help with the set design and special effects, but my gosh, she is such a talented musician. Adam Young, talented musician. Awesome. Now, for number 4 on this list, it's a fictional character. It's a video game character. I know, we just discussed a video game developer, but this is a video game character, totally different subjects. And it's kind of one of those games that became so popular, there's a fan hate base for it. There's a hate base. Like a fan base that hates it. I was trying to get that out, but could not. There's a dedicated fan base, only it's a fan base that hates Overwatch. It's Overwatch. I've never actually played Overwatch, so I'm not really... I've wanted to, but I'm afraid it'll end up like Fortnite, Battle Royale. Like, I tried playing that game for the first time. It says I need an Xbox Live account. That costs freaking money! I don't have that kind of money. Like, I'm poor as frick. Anyway, I want to play Overwatch so badly, but I fear it's just a multiplayer game, like Fortnite Battle Royale. And it has to require you logging into the internet. Which I can't do, because I'm poor. Ish. Anyway, so basically, one of the heroes is a proven fact. Well, Symmetra is who I'm talking about. Symmetra is the Indian architect of Overwatch. I'm pretty sure all Overwatch fans have heard of this fact. But rumors speculated that Symmetra was on the Spectrum. turns out there was and then I learned there was a comic about Symmetra, saying how she was talking about how her anxiety around crowds and how she zones out sometimes, and how she said she was on a spectrum. Literally one of the quotes. I would add a screenshot of. I would show an image of the quote right here, but I don't know how to do that yet. But basically, then a fan actually wrote to the developers of Overwatch and they had questions asking if Symmetra was autistic. One of the developers himself commented back, wrote back, saying, yes, Symmetra is autistic, which I found amazing. I never even played Overwatch, but now I want to even more. Just because of Symmetra, and my hero definitely has to be Symmetra. It just has to be. So yeah, Symmetra, confirmed, rumors confirmed, Symmetra's autistic, amazing. How many times have I said amazing in this video? Anyway, now, before we get to number 5, there's something I gotta tell you. I gotta be honest with you guys. This next person never got an official diagnosis. Let me explain why. I'll explain why later. But it's my late Aunt Carol. She never got the official diagnosis, but with my mom's observations of, at least from her memories of my Aunt Carol, and my mama's memories of my late Aunt Carol, they definitely would agree that my Aunt Carol, if basically she was really challenged. It was really hard to for me, I have mild autism, but for my Aunt Carol, it would be a more severe case of autism, unfortunately. There's anything wrong with that, I swear. There's nothing wrong with having severe autism. It's just kind of hard to walk the struggles with them. Like the other day, I was at GameSpot, a local game store. I get my old school games, and I was buying an NES game, and I found this. There was this kid in there with his aunt and uncle, and he had a more severe case of autism. It was kind of hard to see him. It was kind of hard to see without getting a little emotional. Anyway, I'm getting off track. My Aunt Carol, according to my mom, she was according to my mama, my grandmother. My Aunt Carol, she back then, for those who had a learning or mental disability, any kind of disability like physical, learning, social, that's not a thing, emotional, or mental disability, you had to be put in a separate school from the other quote unquote normal kids. I finally learned how to use air quotes today. Anyway, my Aunt Carol was kind of more severe on the autism spectrum, and I wish I could have gotten to see her in person, but sorry, I'm trying not to cry right now, but when my mom was 3 and basically my Aunt Carol died, my mom barely got to see her. So I've never seen my Aunt Carol at all, because my mom was 3 when she died. My Aunt Carol was just 16 and had a terminally ill brain tumor. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cry right now. I'm trying to keep it cool. Basically, and back then, the reason why she never got the diagnosis for autism is because back then, autism wasn't even a recognized thing in the world. Back then. Thankfully, but at least my Aunt Carol isn't suffering at this point, because it's been hard for her to adjust to the new world the way it is now compared to 40-some years ago. I can't even fathom nothing to imagine how it would have been for someone with autism back then. It's hard. It must have been hard. Anyway, so my Aunt Carol, she never got the diagnosis, but in today's standards, if she was alive today, she would have gotten a diagnosis, I'm sure, of autism. My mom thinks, at least. Now, I wish I had a picture of my Aunt Carol to show you guys, but I don't have one here. It's at my grandma's house, and this is my bedroom at my house. So, yeah. Yeah, it's sorry, I'm trying to lose my train of thought a little bit from trying to not to be sad. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, those are the 5 people with autism I find inspirational. Adam Young, Satoshi Tajiri, Dan Aykroyd, Symmetra from Overwatch, and my lady Aunt Carol. Yeah. So, sorry if I ended this video on a kind of a sad note. I try not to, but sorry, I'm trying not to cry right now. Either way, if you cried a little bit, if you felt happy, and if you know someone with, if you're thinking of using autism as an insult, please don't. It's just, it'll cause more harm. It'll cause more harm than you know, and it's kind of upsetting for me. And I bet a lot of the other families would feel the same way. And if you know anyone with autism, don't bully them. They don't deserve it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like you're dropping the bass. Wow, wow. You get the subscribe button, the smizzity smack. I hit myself. And I'll see you for the next video. Dudes.